Welcome back to episode. I have no clue what episode we're on. Lucas, where have we been the last 3 weeks?
We've been doing nothing at all.
So, due to the overwhelming success of our sexual education podcast, I know from some people that are close to me that they are now having sex properly now. We've reached out.
From your advice.
Yeah, they've used it.
That's scary.
I have this weird thing where I watch people eat donuts now.
I
can't really view them the same way.
Are they sharing condoms like you?
I mean, real friends share condoms. That's a gimme.
I'm not going there.
If it's not nutty, share it with your buddy. I mean, it's very simple.
Just make that up on the spot.
Yeah.
That's going on the second line of t-shirts.
Nut in the butt. I can't believe you said that. Never mind. My sister's like, what did he say? You're like, oh yeah, you just pull it out, nut in the butt. I was like, what the f? Sure. Anyway, you're getting off topic.
Well, yeah, what is the topic of today?
Today's topic is the show Stranger Things, which I learned about like a month ago from Tyler. Insert picture of Tyler here.
And if you don't know what the show is, you're retarded.
Yeah, watch it. We'll take any opportunity.
Although
we did
just find out about it a week ago.
Yeah, he told me about it a month ago. He threatened me if I didn't watch it, and then I didn't. Then I finally did, and I was like, "This is sweet." So our friend Michael, he's a big fan of Stranger Things. Also, probably helping me understand it more because it's a complete mind fuck to me.
It is.
There's so much shit that goes on.
80s nostalgia for you,
dude. Yeah, there's like 20 characters, and they're all going through something different, but yet they're all linked to the same thing. So it's kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
You'll see the Funko collection's growing. We got Hopper in the walking vagina from season 2.
They might be able to see the walking vagina.
And then today at Target, conveniently,
we found
for only $9.99.
It's a VHS.
It's the VHS with Blu-ray and DVD and some kind of poster.
We probably should have opened it.
Yeah, no, you guys don't go buy it if you want to open it. We're not in here to serve you guys. All right.
Unboxing video.
No. All right. So, Lucas, how did you hear about this show?
Well, you told me about it an hour after you found out about it.
All right. Just a waste. How did you hear about the show?
I actually heard about it from my sister because she's a huge Stephen King fan, and the directors are obviously based off of Stephen King for the whole show. So that's how I got into it.
What's your opinion of the show overall?
Overall, it's a pretty solid show. Really enjoyed it. Not too many critiques I have for it, to be honest.
Dude, it's really hard for me to pay attention to a show. Like, it took him 5 years of telling me how great The Office was before I watched it. I watched The Office last year. This year.
Oh, really?
I actually didn't watch it till this year.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I've watched every episode like 20 times now.
Okay.
It's the go-to show when you just want something.
Like if I it's my background noise. I just go to the parkour episode and just go from there. Parkour. All right.
But it's crazy though because the experiments in the show are actually real. Mm-hmm. The MK Ultra experiment the CIA ran that in early 80s, I think. Where they pumped people full of like LSD and stuff to see how.
Kind of makes you wonder what goes behind with all these government experiments that we don't really know about
right now.
Yeah.
It's like I wonder if this will work. Lucas, what is your overall opinion of the show?
I like it. I mean, I bought 2 copies of it today.
I like it and cut.
Oh yeah, I like it. Show's over.
I like it. I find it hard. There's so much going on. I'm rewatching season 1 right now just to see what I missed. Because like episode 1, I was like, this is so stupid. And then I got to the end where 11 comes out and I was like, all right, I'm in.
The first thing was like, that's a boy, right?
Yeah.
She did look like a guy.
I was like, that is a boy.
Yeah, it's hard to follow first episode though, honestly. I didn't really know what the was going on. I'm glad I'm not at Applebee's. I'd be getting thrown out for saying too many times.
But he went there the other day like, this is a family restaurant, sir.
And I was like,
who, the waiter said that?
The manager. I was like, the Roosters is so much better. My overall opinion is I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's hard for me to get stoked about a TV show.
So who's your favorite character?
Hopper.
Hopper.
Hopper is my favorite character. Mike's my favorite like kid out of the main 4 kids character.
I like Dustin.
Dustin's cool as fuck
that's
too.
his name, right? Yeah, Dustin.
I like the episode where he jumps off that cliff.
And he opens his mouth and he makes that grr sound.
Yeah, from season 2.
Dude, when he jumps off that cliff and then 11 brings him back, he's like, that's right, she's crazy and she'll kill you if you guys come back.
Yeah, but then she has that flashback. She's like, I'm a monster.
Yeah. 11's definitely the most complicated character to follow in this thing because you kind of still don't know her story.
Yeah,
even through season 2.
No, she's like some emo badass.
Because the first one, you really don't get to know her that well, and she's kind of like only replying with 1 or 2 words. And then the second season, she's obviously, you know, more in depth with the humans and what's going on.
Yeah.
Who's your least favorite character? No, you didn't even say your favorite. Who are some of your favorite characters?
For the first season, I'd say Hopper. And second season, surprisingly, I actually really like Steve because he just came out of nowhere and just became this badass babysitter.
One of my favorite parts was when that Jonathan beats the shit out of him.
I know, I was not expecting that.
No, I was
since Steven's like supposed to be the jock of the school. This kid
right.
comes out of nowhere.
He put the hands to him. I saw that episode. I was watching it the other day at my parents' house. She said, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "This is Stranger Things." She's like, "What the is that?" I was like, "Something you need to watch, Mom. If it ain't Golden Girls or some shit, my mom won't watch anything." Love you, Mom. But
well, when season 2 rolled around and it was Billy versus Steve, I thought Steve would have like a redeeming factor, but no, same thing happened again.
Yeah. Steve's Mr. Lover now. He's all involved.
Yeah.
He kind of came up pretty clutch at the end of season 2. Really. Mm-hmm. He really he starts becoming soft after he gets his face beat in. When he goes and helps that guy fix the sign at them. He's like, I want to help.
Yeah.
It's like, pussy.
Oh, God. Mr. Badass. What's his name? Max's brother.
Yeah, what?
He knocks on the lady's house.
Yeah,
and
Mrs. Wheeler.
She gets all the bath.
We're going to go out of sequence real quick, but that's one of the things. We'll do least favorite character in a second. We'll go ahead and skip 2 things you'd like to see in the upcoming season. We'll kind of bounce around. I want to see them have some kind of affair.
I do too.
Like, I was so mad when season. I was like, they need a soon.
Like she is so neglected.
Well,
like,
yeah, the guy don't care.
Just like,
he's always sleeping and not involved with anything.
Dude, the government comes over. He's like, it's okay, honey. And he just goes back to sleep.
She's like, well, you get the door. And he's like, oh.
She's always drinking like some kind of wine and reading romance
Who
novels.
else, when you first seen that guy, was like, that's the Jump Street guy.
Yeah.
He plays their dad in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
You seen 21 Jump Street?
I have, but I don't know what guy you're talking about.
He played the guy.
Jonah Hill's dad.
Yeah, the guy who neglects his wife.
Oh, gotcha.
He plays their dad.
Okay, yeah.
So he's just all around.
I just learned something today.
Dude, Winona Ryder. How about her coming out of like nowhere and actually being?
I never liked
Joyce
her.
is a really interesting character.
It was annoying in the very beginning.
Because it's like The Hangover 3.
I was like, would you just let it go? Your son's dead. Move on.
You have another one.
Like, there's memes.
He's so neglected.
There's a meme that says Joyce loves decorating her house, and it shows
no
all the
kidding.
Christmas lights up, and then it shows it with all the other shit up. It's like, damn.
I felt bad for her at the beginning, but then as the show continued, she's still like in pity. It's like, all right.
It's like,
Well,
stop answering your phone and maybe it'll stop blowing up.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I find her kind of comical. That's my son. Like, by episode 4, I'm over Will. Like, just let him go. I'm so sick of hearing about it. It reminds me of The Hangover when they lost Doug, and I'm like, we have to find Doug. It's like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Like, screw Will. Like, the 3rd season, he better just be, like, locked in his room somewhere, and he better not be able to go anywhere.
Right.
Look, poor Will ain't even get no royalties. Where's Will?
He's down below.
Where's Will?
Yeah.
He's in the upside. There's Will. Upside. Hey, look, there's Joyce decorating her house.
Oh, yeah, on the back of it.
If you haven't watched, you're a dumbass. If you have, you'll know that Will communicates with her by the lights flashing per letter, and you have to like put the word together, and that's how he was.
Yeah, we realized like the 2nd season, I think, when she gets pulled out of the tree.
Nancy.
The cute girl. She gets pulled out of the tree. That in like the 1st season, when Will's in the wall, that Joyce could have just grabbed him and pulled him out.
And then she starts beating the crap out of it, and it's like a big hole, and that guy's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
All right, we'll bounce back. Who's some of your least favorite
The
characters?
least favorite character?
Like they're on there and you're like, oh god, not them again.
Probably Joyce, honestly. Or Will. But that's only because they're annoying. They get so annoying.
Well, you're annoyed with Will and he hasn't even been on yet. I can't stand
He has
Will.
like 2 minutes of screen time.
It's like the show might as well be called Find Will.
Where's Willie?
Finding Will.
Free Willie too.
I do wonder if Papa is actually dead or not. Because, in the second season...
I always thought the gray-haired guy was her dad.
It might be.
I kind of had
they
this
never
feeling that
touched on
Hopper
it.
was her dad. Because Hopper has this kid that's missing or died or whatever. And I feel like it might be 11.
They never told us how his daughter died.
If
she even died.
I'm just guessing.
Or if maybe the
my
mom took
guess
her
would be
away.
she's not dead.
Well, that's the theory because they were in the same hospital that 11 was in when they said 11 died as a kid. So they could have just took his daughter.
Well, he's definitely took her under his wing in season 2 too, because he's like hiding her out. All the kids don't know she's there, but he does. All the kids want to kill Hopper.
There might be a lot of things that they told him because they took him and now he works for him. Who knows what they told him?
Yeah, we never found out what they said. Did we? Probably like, shut up, don't say anything.
Yeah.
We'll kill you.
Yeah, Hopper demands respect, dude. Like like with that bus scene, he goes onto the bus. He's like, and the one guy's like, "Hey, buddy, come on." They're like, "No," and he's like, "Hey," and they're like, "Yes, sir," and they're up and they're gone. So that's why I like Hopper. Everywhere he goes, he fixes a situation or he makes it drastically better. And I like the fact that he I think like him and Joyce banging. Because like he's always hanging around with her and defending her. Like during the police office and that girl's like, "This girl broke my arm." He's like, "Get a statement, get her the fuck out of here." It's like, that's not how police stations really work.
Well, the 2 cops in season 1, they kind of made a joke wondering if Hopper and Joyce did ever have sex. And the guy never really said if they did or didn't. So who knows?
He's like, "We're trying to find her son. Just like leave it alone."
Right.
Try to find it.
It could have happened. I mean,
You guys
they
are
went to
spending
school
a lot
together,
of
sounded like.
you guys are spending a lot of time together. It's like, yeah, I'm only trying to find her kid. Sorry.
It's going to be weird to see how they pick it up because they're moving out. They're moving all the stuff out of the laboratory in the very last episode, weren't they?
Right.
They left it.
Because
They kind of didn't leave a cliffhanger. They just kind of left it open. Like, from what I read online, they want to do more like individual character shit to make each character unique.
That's kind of a mistake because they did that in season 2 with 11, where she ran off to Chicago to find her other sister or whatever.
Yeah.
That episode was like, took me out. Like, it was my least favorite probably.
Yeah.
I am waiting for it. They're probably going to meet back up eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because if not, then those 2 episodes were a waste. Like, okay, you have a sister.
I thought they were using it just to do a spin-off. Like, have their own little
That could
Netflix
be
spin-off,
possible
like
too,
11
yeah.
in Chicago, killing people now.
Bloody noses everywhere.
She does have a bloody nose in like every episode, like 20 times.
Right.
My least favorite episode was the one where they find Will.
You mean like when it's all emotional and Hopper's thinking of his daughter and he's just pounding the...
Basically, the only
His
reason I
chest
don't
to
like
death.
it is because they find Will.
Yeah, he's beating the crap out of that guy.
I think he
He's like,
broke like...
It's like you're
3
finally
ribs
getting to
doing
the
that.
point where it's like, well, maybe they don't find him. They find him. I'm like, oh, here we go.
It's like, maybe we should get him back to the normal world before we try and revive him.
Right.
The Ghostbusters thing is pretty funny too. How they all dress
He was
up
so
for
mad. He's
Halloween.
like, "Why are you dressed up as this guy? I'm supposed
He's
to."
like, is it because I'm black? He's like, no, it's because we can only have one. He's that's my least favorite character is
Yeah.
Lucas. He's like the drama queen of the group. He's like, oh my God, shake my hand. No, we're not friends then anymore. And he storms off, freaking out. Like, I don't know. He really gets him. Like I'm rewatching season 1, and I just did the episode where they're fighting about 11, and Lucas is like, I'm gonna go find the gate myself, and he takes off, and it's like, who cares? Because I hope you die. They lose him and never find him. It's like him and Will.
That fight they had too, when 11 like blew him across the freaking yard or whatever, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's dead! Like, you're evil, leave!" And then
Yeah,
she leaves, and they're like, "Where'd she go?"
So speaking of, what do you guys think of the last episode at that dance?
That was sweet.
It was
Like the Nancy thing was pretty cool.
I wish
I like
Nancy would
Dustin.
dance with me.
I like Dustin. Dustin's one of my favorite characters too. There's no reason really not to like him.
No.
He's pretty, for the most part, he's pretty funny, and he's smart as like him figuring out that compass thing was pretty good stuff.
Steve and Dustin on the train tracks when it's like Stand By Me and they're having that heart to heart on like
Yeah.
love and how to get girls. That was a good part.
Yeah.
And then my least favorite character was actually Nancy. So when the dance scene came and she actually helped Dustin out when he was getting rejected because he figured out, I'm not Steve.
Yeah.
These girls won't like me. That's kind of like my redeeming fact for Nancy. But for some reason, I just couldn't stand Nancy, especially at that party scene.
I mean,
Bullshit.
She did kill her
My
friend.
favorite part of okay, Barb is not attractive.
She did kill her friend.
Barb is not attractive.
Why don't you leave? I gotta go change my clothes.
I was extremely glad she disappeared. Just throwing that out there.
Because she
attractive matters. It's like when I'm driving around today. Cute people, I let go. Ugly people, you have to wait.
Yeah, he nearly ran over like a whole pack of people walking across the street because he was like,
I was like, that dude's cute, and I let him go. If you're cute, looks don't matter. Looks matter. What are you drinking? Oh,
So it look like I'm drinking.
anyways, upcoming season. I guess I want to learn more about I really think Hopper and Eleven are like father-daughter. I want to see where that goes. I want that dude. What's that dude's name?
They can't. Josh,
Billy. I want Billy to bang
Mrs. Wheeler.
Yeah, Mrs. Wheeler.
They can't be father and daughter. He literally lived with her for like a year. Wouldn't you think he knew what his daughter might look like? Like, oh, that might be my daughter.
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess his daughter had blonde hair and 11 has brown, but
She puts the blonde wig on, and she
true.
looks pretty. Maybe
No,
maybe in
because
an upcoming episode she puts it on, and Harper's like, huh?
No, because Hopper literally went to the mom's house. So unless he banged that lady, surely
He could have.
If she was like 11, 11, 11, and he goes and sees the mom, he's like, oh, that's the same girl.
I'd let Hopper cross the street. He's a good looking dude. I seen something on Facebook one day. It said "Man Crush Monday," and it was Hopper, and it said, "We all know who the sexiest person in Stranger Things is." And it was Hopper like with a donut in his mouth.
This podcast taking a turn to your love for men.
No, shut up. I don't know. I don't like the individual thing that the Duffer Brothers, whatever, were saying. When I was reading online, they really don't need to change much. Just keep it going. Focus on the characters that people like.
Character development is okay. You don't need to devote 3 whole episodes to one person.
Definitely for only having 9 episodes per season, the character development was pretty solid.
Yeah, because they're like almost an hour each
The
episode.
They don't
biggest
have
development
time.
in the shortest amount of time was that nerdy guy that came over. That was dating Joyce.
Oh God,
I can't remember his name because
cop.
he only had like 2 episodes. The guy that
his catchphrase.
the guy that worked at Radio Shack or whatever it was.
What was his his little thing? Easy peasy or some shit. He said it after every single thing. It's like, just die.
He was a genius. So he walked in the drawing. He's like, oh, that's the lake and that's the town.
What about the teacher? Like anytime he's like, it's 10 o'clock on a. It's like, hey, Mr. Whatever
Clark.
Mr. Clark, I need. How do you build a bomb? And he's like, oh.
I was really wondering about that. Like, they never showed what happened like the day after the shootout and everything. Like, and just imagine Mr. Clark walking in there. It's like, oh, there's this big pool that I told them about.
Yeah. Like, well, I better clean this up before gym.
And not to mention, like, it's like, okay, guys, I know you're grieving. You can go play with my radio. And 2 hours later, the radio catches on fire or whatever.
Yeah. It's a very solid show.
For the next season, they just need to give Will a break and have like someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the focus off of Will.
I am kind of wondering about that because the laboratory is clearing out and moved. So unless like maybe it opens back up because 11 sealed it back up, the portal or whatever it was.
Well, the only little thing we got was just that creature just an upside down over the school, and that was it. So I don't really know
I
what
forgot
that
all
is.
about that. So she sealed it up, but the creature's still alive.
Right.
I guess that's the cliffhanger, right?
Getting more pissed off and bigger and stronger and who knows.
Yeah, that's not over with.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they killed 11 or Hopper off in the final season.
No, I wouldn't
I have a feeling
be surprised
11's going to
either.
eventually kill herself because she keeps like
She'll have
pushing
to
her
do
power
something.
and.
How much you want to bet she like sacrifices herself for Michael?
Well, she did that kind of.
Like legitimate, like
Yeah.
not coming back.
I can see it.
Like, oh, I love you,
And then
so let me
Michael can
die.
be emo again the whole episode.
Yeah. Why is everything so heavy? I don't know. When people say emo, I think of that song now. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Linkin Park.
Their worst song.
too soon.
Oh man, too soon. I think we hit everything. How do we hear about it? Overall opinion, favorite characters, least favorite characters. Things you would like to see on upcoming season. Dislikes in general, we kind of covered that also.
Yeah.
Anybody know when the hell the next season's supposed to air?
Like October.
Is it
Next
October?
year.
I was hoping.
October?
I was hoping I was wrong.
God.
But
I think they
that's
do
what
it
I
every
think.
October.
For
So it'll
the
be another
Halloween
Halloween
season.
again.
I normally wait until like a season's done of a show and I'll binge watch, but at this point, I might as well just wait till the whole series is done.
Right.
Like, damn it.
It's only 2 more.
Dude, I read this thing online. The first episode, which was Mad Max, got 36 million views on the first day it came out. And 21 million people watched all of season 2 in that first 2 days of its release.
And that's actually kind of cool because it's just on Netflix. They can tell exactly how many people watch.
Yeah, there's no like DVR and all this shit. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
legit.
cool.
It's like a number that we can count on being accurate. Unlike everything else, like NFL's got. It's like one place NFL's ratings suck, but if you read the NBC or whatever, it's the highest ratings in 20 years. So it's no bullshit. You kind of know this is exactly how
That
many
is
people
something
watched
I've
it.
never watched. Well, I only got Netflix like a week ago.
I mean,
I normally just download my shit.
I binge watched The Office on there.
But like watching like a big release like that, surely they probably upped their systems or whatever. Like
I
you
would-
go and there's like
they would have
buffering. 80 million people trying to watch this episode.
I had that when I watched Stranger Things. I had where an episode's quality would drop and it would get kind of fuzzy for a bit and then it would pick back up.
It's like, this ain't 1080p. Sue them. $10 is too much.
Oh, that's great. Now that they got 4K streaming too, if you have 4K TV,
Yeah, that stuff's getting insane.
They're going to take over cable soon.
right?
Smart idea. Then they can raise it to as high as they want once cable's gone. It'd be
It's
like
$90
$200 a month.
Yeah.
$600 a month. And all I do is watch The Office and Stranger Things. And I assume wrestling will probably go to their WWE network at some point also. Go away from cable
ESPN
too.
to be on there.
ESPN's on there. ESPN are not helping themselves right now anyway. They're going to be out of business in 10 years.
You think so?
FS1's cutting into them pretty bad. Yeah, I think they're going to go under. I think that's part of their they just released like 90% of their staff or something like middle of this year.
That's
No,
it. 90%.
I mean, instead of
There's like 5 people working.
running around doing 4
well, I mean, they have a
jobs.
lot. Like, there's like 50 NFL broadcasting people. It's like, you probably don't need that much. You air one game a week. Use the same 5 people in studio Monday through Friday. Oh, sure, have 3 or 4 alternates in case, whatever. But why the fuck do you keep that much staff? It's kind of insane. And they all make 6 figures at least. So it's a lot of SS money you're spending for, the Adam Schefter, like their head guy, makes $1.8 million a year. And all he does is like, is this player hurt? Okay. Tweet.
That's so
And that's it. And he gets to sit at home and chill and just do that. That's the job I always wanted. So I'd love to make millions of dollars to talk about something I love and really not have to do anything.
How do you even apply for that?
You don't.
Like, what are the qualifications? You
I
have a
don't
cell
know.
phone to
You're an
Twitter.
ex-NFL player. That's all they hire is like Michael Vick's an analyst. I was like, are they talking about killing dogs or football? Like, why the is Michael Vick an analyst? My dad yesterday is like, seriously? And I was like, he's like, they must be scraping the bottom of the barrel for today. And I was like, yeah. Oh, they're killing turkeys today, Dad, not dogs. He can work. He's free.
Oh, what's up, guys?
We were just admiring you. I was picturing that as a donut.
I was about.
Like when I was watching you eat that hot dog earlier at Frickers, he's like, "What are you looking at?" I
I'd
love watching you
start
eat that.
choking on it. Are you serious? Yeah.
The bartender's like,
He's like,
"Is your friend okay?"
He's like, is he okay? Every time he takes a bite, he goes to the bathroom. He's like,
she's like, "Is the food okay?"
my throat was like,
"Yeah, the food."
like,
She thought she was
or something, so I couldn't swallow anything. So I kept going to the bathroom.
She thought you were taking a bite of food. It was gross, and you were just puking it up and coming back. And it's like, yeah.
It's like I'm a fat anorexic. I'm sorry.
Even though the
Like
food tastes
bulimia.
like shit, I will continue to eat this. It's funny. It's the first time your bill costs more than mine.
Yeah. And I took all my food home, so I didn't get to eat any of it.
He ate like half his hot dog. I was disappointed. I'll have to watch you finish that later. But this episode looks like we're pretty much summed up. Basically, if you guys haven't watched Stranger Things yet, you should. For sure. You're kind of stupid if you at least don't give it a shot.
And if you haven't, leave us a comment on saying that you haven't, so we can
If
call you
somebody
out
has a
personally.
strong belief that this show's just like complete garbage, I'd love to have you on. So let me know.
Don't say that. Everybody's gonna say it's garbage, so they can get their little YouTube fame.
Yeah, they gotta. I don't let everybody on. Where's Ron? Napping somewhere in Indiana.
Yeah,
Get it?
wrong.
Lucas, what's upcoming? What are we producing? Lucas kind of lays the groundwork out for what's upcoming, unless like Sex Ed was a out of the blue thing that I kind of just came up with one day.
Yeah, I don't want any part in saying I planned that.
No,
because,
that was all me. You're welcome. Some of you, make sure you wear one. I hear things.
Make sure it's new.
If it's not nutty, share it with your buddy, dude.
Speaking of which, you see Miley Cyrus might be pregnant now.
Jonah Hills. When it is Jonah Hills, you heard it here first. It's gonna be random. She's like, I was drunk one night. He went he went fat to skinny. He went from super bad Jonah Hill to Moneyball Jonah Hill like that. He looked hot. I jumped on that. And
Yeah, he came back on War Dogs, and he was like twice as heavier as
he's like the
as he
fucking
was.
big hood gangster and shit. That's why he's my favorite actor. He can play any role. He can be any size you want him to be.
It's kind of
And
scary
he's-
that she's pregnant, though.
Yeah, it's gonna come out on a wrecking ball. It's like flying around.
She's probably still on drugs and stuff.
Bro, you think that baby will stop her?
We can make a podcast about that.
Well,
eventually.
yeah, no, I'm not making a podcast speculating what Miley Cyrus's baby is.
Who the father might be.
Dude, this isn't.
This is Maury.
This isn't. What's that channel even? I don't watch much TV. What channel are the Kardashians on? Whatever channel that is, that's not what this is.
I don't That's how much we don't care. We don't even know.
We know the Kardashians are banging 90% of the NBA. Well, probably more than that. Fucking Kanye. Kanye for Prez 2020, right? Kanye versus The Rock. It's like your worst nightmare come to life.
Dude, The Rock would be awesome.
Whatever.
He's already the best wrestler of all time.
So we got the sake. On that note, we're gonna skip over.
The Christmas. We're making a Christmas album.
We have 3 tracks done, I think, right now.
No, those aren't going. Those are test tracks.
We have no tracks done right
We
now.
have no tracks. Yeah.
We do have something just like this track.
It's going to be a 5-album Christmas EP, and we'll
A 5 album or 5 song?
5-song Christmas
I
EP.
got the vocal cords for 5 albums.
And we will personally autograph your copy.
No, I'm not autographing all of them. Some of you will get some won't.
There's only going to be so many. You're not going to go buy 500 CDs.
I'm not signing 500 CDs.
Buy like a pack of like 10.
I'm not signing 10.
I'll sign them then. You can sign 1.
Yeah, and that one will be worth the most.
That would be my copy.
No, that'll be my copy. Christmas album. We have our Christmas decor is up. It's very Christmas movie posters.
We'll
are
see
up.
how well the lights turn out.
Yeah, we're gonna experiment with some of the lighting in here. Try to maybe do a
See
podcast
if we
with
can
just
do
the Christmas
one,
lights
in
on.
the dark.
We also have a few other things we're gonna add to this room. We're still getting in Christmas mode.
We need a giant money machine that kind of just blows money.
We had a fog machine.
Endless budget over here.
We had a fog machine, but made us black out and go to sleep. We got so foggy in here.
We fell asleep every single time the
Yeah.
fog machine.
It was like 6:30.
Yeah.
It's like 6:30 on a Saturday. We're like, because you can't see
I'm
shit.
not quite sure if it was a coincidence or if it was actually putting us.
Neighbors are probably like, man, they're just going to town over there. They cut down some trees on the way home, and yeah. Christmas album, Christmas podcast. I'm still going to do sex ed for children. I ain't bought the props for that yet. I got to buy.
What props do you need?
Like child toys.
What
Like-
kind of child
like,
toys?
What's that show they watch? Paw Patrol. I use that little dog as like a
Don't
thing.
ruin the most innocent thing on
I mean,
TV
if
right now.
their parents are letting them watch our podcast, then are we really the biggest issue in their life?
He has a point.
That is very true.
On that note, make sure you watch. Bad parents, you're welcome here. Speaking of bad parents, let's bring something up real quick before we close. What about that dude throwing his baby around Best Buy last night? Like on the washer and dryers as we're leaving.
Yeah, dude, we went open. We were in line outside, Black Friday, Best Buy. As soon as we walked in there or whatever, we're in line and checking out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this couple, and they got their like brand new newborn infant. Like
Like,
why
eyes
the
aren't
hell
even-
would you bring your? It's not even like your little kid. It's brand new, like the tiniest baby.
Like, I don't even know if his eyes were
And-
open or can open yet.
Madness
Just got out of the
everywhere.
hospital.
Like
It's like, oh, I'm getting that $7 Guardians of the Galaxy movie, whether I have to and take my child fresh out of the hospital or not. I love Chris Pratt.
it's like irresponsible.
Yeah, there's a lot of terrible parenting I've seen. Just on my travels for Black Friday shopping today, like the one girl's like swinging the cradle in line. It's like, bitch, you stand still.
Yeah.
When your baby flies out of there, I don't want to hear, "Oh, my baby."
You did this to me, boy. Murderer.
That's women. It's always our fault. Like I said in the sex ed podcast, if you want to find a girl that cares about how you feel, quit looking. You're not gonna find one. They don't exist.
True
They
story
pretend,
coming from Josh.
They pretend. Yeah, I'm not going into that. That's over.
That's for
But
another podcast.
we'll go ahead and close. Thank Mike for being on.
Thank you for
Probably
having
try to
me.
have you on a couple more. Well, in 10 months we'll have one about Stranger Things if I'm still alive. Unless they push it back to 2027. Like season 3, 2020. Where I would up against the election or something. But yeah, we're kind of open for December podcast wise. I need to get thinking about stuff. So working on the album's really the only thing we have going forward
Yeah.
besides the actual Christmas
Take a bit of
episode.
time. I mess with it tomorrow.
So we'll probably record some over this weekend. Try to get that out. We just got anything to add?
Yeah, we gotta get it out before Christmas so they can play it during their family's Christmas.
Yeah, a lot of it's a big stocking stuff for only $10.
We're selling them.
I'm not giving mine away for free.
Nobody's gonna buy one. I thought we were gonna give them to them as gifts.
How do you? I already bought gifts, so like I'm gonna sell these to people to give as gifts. There's certain people I like that
So
I'll give a
you're
copy.
selling them to people so they can give them as gifts. They're not gonna know who you are.
I'm like Walmart. I sell shit to people. And you
No,
give
we're
it.
getting out.
You don't walk around in your pajamas and hand them out for money.
Yeah, I'll stand by the Salvation Army guy, and we'll see how if I'll
You
get,
can drop it in the bucket.
I'll get more. I'll get more tens than he gets pennies, and I'll steal his little bell.
You can sell your Valentine album because that'll be pure gold.
The album of love. That's February, dude. Don't jump.
I gotta take some pictures of your face too, so I can Photoshop.
Don't say that on
you.
camera.
So I can
I need to
Photoshop
take a
you.
picture of your face at every angle. It's not creepy though. It's like it was creepy, but then you said it's not creepy in your text, so it got creepier when you said not creepy though. And I was like, yep, that made it even creepier.
I gotta Photoshop you on some.
I guess I got a
attractive
photo
person
shoot
for the album cover.
I got a photo shoot this weekend.
Have a rose in his mouth. He's on.
All right, so we'll wrap it up. Lucas, close it.
Bye. Is that good enough?
You're supposed to say I hate people, but whatever.
No, I hate people.
Bye.
Leave me alone. Stop telling me what to do.